So if you're into Transformers, you know all about Blokees, but the thing is, it's time to try something a little different, and let's transform and roll out. Now, for those of you who aren't necessarily familiar with Blokees, what we have here is a company that they specialize in a blind pack distribution system, and basically in these little packs, you get these little figurines that you put together, and they're themed Transformers Generation 1, Transformers 1 the movie, different themes to them, and basically the blind packs, you try to collect them all, or at least the ones you want, right? So that's what they deal with. That is their claim to fame. But like I mentioned at the start of the video, it's time to try something a little different. So let's get into Blocky Wheels. But first, if this is your first time visiting the channel, think about hitting that subscribe button as well. If you do enjoy what we're doing here on the channel, think about hitting that like button. We really do appreciate all your support. First up, I want to send a big thank you to the Blokees team for sending over a box of Blocky Wheels for us to check out, take a look at, experience, and let you know what we think of the product. So let's get right into it right now. Let's talk about Blocky Wheels. So jumping right into it, here we have the box of Blokees, what you can expect to find at retail. Of course, this is Blocky Wheels CO1. Basically, it's the first wave of this release. And you know what? This is what you need to look for, this orange packaging. It basically comes in a 3x4 set, which is 12 per case, and you get a different assortment of blind pack vehicles. Now, as we scroll up here, you can see the packaging. It advertised what you can expect to find. You can get an Optimus Prime, a Megatron, some obscure characters like Dragstrip, Gears, Hot Rod, some really cool designs here. Obviously, I'm gonna say Hound was one of my favorites, and you know what? I got lucky and I actually found one of the best figures in the series. So here's the packaging close up. It's got that CO1 wave number 1 for Blocky Wheels. It's got this futuristic hot rod on the front of it, which is pretty cool. You flip it over, it's got none other than Optimus Prime himself shown off the Blocky Wheels. We flip it over again and it shows what you can basically get in the blind pack. You get one of these potential figures, and let's open one up and dump one out. So we got the box open, we're gonna dump it out here, and look what we have here, an Optimus Prime himself. And if we look at it a little closer, this is completely random, guys. This was the actual third one I opened. I opened one to test it out. I got a Prowl. I opened another one. I got Gears. This is the third one, and it's actually the clear Optimus Prime cab, which I'm really impressed with. So you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's put one together and to see how it turns out. Now, actually, the first thing you'll notice is that it comes with a little card, and it has the instructions on one side, and you flip it over and it actually has this QR code. Now, I actually kind of assumed the QR code would go to an electronic version of the instructions that you could possibly see on your phone to enlarge it, but it doesn't. It goes to their website with more details about the wave. Let's get into building Optimus Prime. So we're putting this together, and you know, we're putting it together. Now, I obviously cut some stuff out here because I was filming it by myself and I couldn't necessarily hold my camera in spot where so I did a kind of a stop motion thing. Anyways, long story short, you can see the progression, and basically at the end of it, I have this really cool little Blocky Wheels Optimus Prime. I was highly impressed with this. The detail was really cool. So here's the final product. You get the box, Optimus Prime, some special little additions with drivers and stuff like that, and the instructions. So that is what was inside one of these boxes, and I think for the price range that they're selling these things at, they're pretty damn neat. So once again, we're talking Blocky Wheels here. It's a new edition of the Blokees series. This is specializing in their alt form vehicles. I mean, they're pretty cool. I tend to lean to the Generation 1 versions of some of the figures, like Hound, like Optimus, and some of the futuristic ones weren't necessarily my favorite, but I could see other people enjoying those as well, because it's all about the thrill of the hunt when we're talking about blind pack stuff, right? So anyways, these are very cool. I'm so happy that the Blokees team was able to send these over for me to check out, and let me know what you you think? Which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below, and you know, let us know what your thoughts are. Also, we got one more item from Blokees coming up. Check out this Optimus Prime, and I'm really thrilled, and I'll tell you a little story about that in the next video.